Good evening, everyone. My name is Calvin Russell, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit Consultation. Hope everyone is doing well. Today, we're going to talk about the prestigious American Express credit card. I know a lot of people have a credit goal to obtain one of these cards, and today I'm going to talk about the two different types of cards that they do offer, and of course, how to qualify for one. So first, let's talk about how to qualify for one. What I've noticed, which by the way, for those who have watched any of my other videos, I try to my best to talk about subjects that only I've experienced, in a sense that I'm the only person that has an American Express, because that's not the case. But I do have one, and it's not, of course, to brag or boast or anything like that. But just like many who are watching this video, I had set a goal to get one, and it wasn't like I was searching for one per se. American Express, they pretty much find you. You don't necessarily find them. And because, of course, their marketing strategy is completely different than some other credit card offers you'll get in the mail. Just the envelope that it comes in, the prestige that it brings, and of course, once you bring it out, and again, it's just a credit card, right? But there are a lot of behind the scenes perks that comes with that, and I'll go into that a little bit later. And this is in no way, shape, or form to promote them. We know who doesn't know about American Express. So but either way, the reason why I'm bringing this topic up is because a lot of people do have it as a goal, and I do have one. I'm a current card holder myself, and of course I can speak to you from experience versus just theory. Okay, so number one, how to qualify for one. I would say the easiest way to qualify for one is to, number one, you have to have some credit cards prior to that. You can't just have a higher credit score and then just expect for them to, send you out a letter. That's just in my own personal opinion. Before I had before I had American Express, I did have some other credit cards, of course, including Capital One, Discover as well too. And again, it's not to promote certain companies. You can, again, these are companies that are going to find you anyway. So as your score starts to go up, I would have to say you need a credit card score around about maybe 660, 670, somewhere in that range. I would say probably no lower than probably 650. They're going to start sending, you offers in the mail. Now, American Express, they have two different types of credit cards. They have the normal credit card that you're used to, where you swipe it, and then of course if you carry a balance, they'll add interest, and then you make the monthly minimum payments, or you can pay it in full, or however you want to do it. Okay, that's a normal standard credit card. But a lot of people are not necessarily educated on charge cards. As a matter of fact, charge cards came out first, well before credit cards. Okay, and how a charge card works is, let's say for example you buy something that costs, let's say $300. So you swipe the card. With the charge card, they give you 30 days to pay it in full. Okay, so there's no interest, but you pay it in full. So you're probably like, well, how do they make money? Well, they make money in hopes that you don't pay it in full, or if you let it carry over to the following month. But again, to even have access to something like that, you've already built credit through other platforms, well, other companies, that you've had other credit cards with and things of that sort. So but it's not like you have to have a mortgage or anything like that to get approved for one. It's just a matter of, them actually finding you. And you'll know when it's something comes in the mail. The envelope would be a lot thicker. It'll actually explain a lot of the benefits outside of just swiping a card. Like you get travel points, you get, you can turn your points into gift cards, and it's real points. I've actually never had a card that promised something I didn't get it. I've heard of people having bad experiences like that, but but a lot of people, so for those of you, I'll give you an example. A lot of people, when they see that, let's say a concert, let's say a major artist is coming to town, and now it used to be just Citibank had access to this exclusive club, right? But American Express card holders have this as well too. You're probably like, what am I talking about? Let's say, for example, there's this major music artist that's coming to town, and they're about to have a concert. Okay, when they do the pre-sale tickets, those pre-sale tickets are only available to certain people and certain groups, I should say. And one of those groups are American Express card holders. Okay, now why is that? Because they've put together some type of agreement, obviously, with Ticketmaster well in advance. So just so you guys know, Ticketmaster, if it's like a major venue, Ticketmaster is going to get those tickets first, and then people buy them and they resell them on other sites like StubHub or whatever, right? But those people originally had either American Express card or they were part of the original groups for the pre-sale. So what people do is they'll buy, one or two or maybe 10 or maybe 20 tickets if they know that the concert is probably going to sell out or whatever, and then they resell them, through StubHub, make, I don't know, $50, $40, $20 profit on the ticket. So there's a lot of different perks that you get by doing something like having an American Express credit card. So again, I know that there may be some people that's like, what's the big deal? Honestly, it's more so, just a way of, it's an accomplishment. I always like to say, the credit report is an adult report card, and it just kind of shows that, okay, you're on the right track, things of that sort. Or just even if they're just sending you mail, just so you guys know, mail for credit card offers, they don't just show up. I mean, think about it. A company has to buy a stamp. They send those nice envelopes. Then you're talking about ink on the envelopes. They've already done a soft pull. They already know that you can be approved. They say pre-approved because from the time that they actually looked up your report to the time that you actually got the letter in the mail, as long as you didn't do anything crazy in between that short time frame, you should be approved. It's a pre-approved because it says, hey, we looked at your information on the 10th. You get everything you get the offer in the mail by the 7th or the 17th, I should say. So let's say a week later, they just want to make sure they say, hey, listen, we just want to make sure that this stuff is not outdated, right? So that plays a huge role, especially when you're looking to, put in an actual application for an offer that you got in the mail. So hopefully that was helpful. Of course, American Express has two major cards that I know about. Of course, a normal credit card and a charge card. We have to pay everything in full within a 30-day period. Now, also, for those of you that are like, well, how does it work with authorized users? You can have an authorized user. Most credit cards don't charge for an authorized user, especially if it's like a tier 2 or tier 3, which I'll do a video on tiers of credit cards because a lot of people think that all credit cards are the same, and that's not the case. And but it's only $100 a year. I say only, sorry. So it's $100 a year. But again, that's how I think. So, but it's only $100 a year, and that person then has an additional card to that one account. And of course, you guys know the other benefits of being an authorized user. They kind of piggyback off of the primary account holder's credit history, account history with that particular card. But most cards, it's free to add an authorized user versus American Express. It's $100 a year plus your annual fee. So I mean, these are just little things that kind of to think about, as you're thinking about getting one, if you're interested in getting one. Some airlines give you points. They give you some discounts. They let you skip the line per se. I know some airlines do that too. If you have an American Express, at certain airports, they have certain areas where they have charging little areas where you can have free Wi-Fi. You can charge your phone. It's like a little area where it's like 8 to 10 people can sit down if you have an American Express. So just little things like that. They just try to become, they're pretty much trying to create the prestige in the credit card world, but they've been out forever. So, but either way, I hope this video was helpful. If you have that goal, of course, I can most definitely help you. I have a few of my clients that I've been able to help do that. And again, it's really just a matter of, making sure that your score is somewhere between 650 to about 680. Even a Credit Karma score is going to be around that range. I'm sure you'll get that offer. Now, be careful if Credit Karma recommends it to you. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can get it. I recommend waiting until you get something in the mail. Always go by the mail, not just, even an email, because a lot of these companies are getting smarter now too. They're starting to email people as well too. So just little things like that play a huge role. So, but hopefully that was helpful. If you like the video, make sure you like it. If you want to share it, if you know someone that's looking, has aspirations to get one of those cards in the future, make sure you share that with them. And of course, if you like this video just in general and you want to see more like this, you can also subscribe as well too, as I promise to have a new video every single week on time. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day.